Okay. Hello, everyone. Let me see. Okay, nice. Hello, hello. How's this going? Alright, I think everything's fine then. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Please ignore the slightly unusual background noise that may or may not involve the helicopter right above my head, and something mixed into that sound as well. Let's just say family has not gone to sleep yet, so that's why, yeah, just ignore that. I'll just be continuing my stream as usual, and these are the only times that I'm thankful for this loud helicopter right above my head, that it makes so much background noise that all the other background noise can actually be overpowered by the helicopter above my head. And if you're slightly confused, what I'm referring to is the loud ceiling fan in my room, aka the helicopter above my head.
My name is Arknights. I'm a sniper.
And I started, as you can probably tell, I started streaming a little. Oh.
Sorry, my horns. I accidentally broke
Estelle,
the door with my
a 4-star guard. How common. Maybe the more common category is the 5-star guard category, but eh. Anyways. Sure. I'll do like a one refresh attempt. It's been quite a while, not gonna lie, since I've looked at anything else. In the sense that I haven't really looked at any of those, you know, those recruitment websites that show all the possible recruitments and Arknights that you can get. Yeah. I don't really usually do that. Hello, Ergon. Welcome to the stream. This time you are the first one on stream. Hi everyone, PI guy reporting for duty. Hi. It's your daily shift. Welcome to today's shift, man. Hope you're doing well and hope you do a good job then. Ranged card, why not? Supporter. Sure. Okay, since I couldn't really finish the event in the previous stream,
This place reminds me
what
of
I ended up doing, what
It's
my
quiet.
current goal is now,
Doesn't have the
just
constant pitter-patter
take it at
of
my
the
own
rain.
pace. It was already too much and I ended up yapping for too long. So, that's my bad. Oh, hello
I've
there.
heard that if this tuft of red hair on my head falls out, it will never grow back. This is a very
Nice.
serious problem, Doctor.
Just check Cookie's community post to see his recruitment table. Gotcha. And just take a screenshot of that. Okay. Can we watch the Kjerag commercial? Yes, I forgot. I legitimately forgot. Sorry, we're gone, but in the previous stream I had legitimately forgotten to do that. So I'll be sure to watch that commercial. in today's stream.
Hey, wanna go for a stroll?
Fatigued operator. Stressed.
Care to take a peek?
Alright,
Tell
I
me if
still have
Doberman's
clues
in there.
I can get. Just unlock the exchanges. And slap everything on here. Great. I'm guessing some people really enjoyed my Arknights in what's it called? In the last few streams, I seem to be gaining quite a bit of subs. Because I think in just the last 3 days, I've gained more than 10 subs. Or maybe around 10 subs. So that's nice. Now time to visit some friends. Just doing my dailies. We're starting off the stream. We are starting off the stream very strong by doing the dailies, because I usually do them off stream. Because I'm usually just the person who wants to get straight into the meat and potatoes of things. Dive straight into the event every time I start the stream after confirming that the audio is coming fine, everything's alright. Yeah. But today we'll just slowly and surely get there. Take a bit of a detour, yap about different things. Would you look at that? The like and subscribe stuff might actually work. You know what? Half of the, maybe like 4 people actually did subscribe because of you. But yes, I know. I should probably shout that out a bit more.
Is this how you greet Texas?
Like twice, and once at the end and once in the middle.
Is this how you greet Texas too?
Oh, right. Today was actually... Today was also fun, because my best buddy, I've been playing me side on, me and my best bud have been playing me side on his PC. Like my IRL bestie. On his PC for like 3 days straight, and today we finished the game. It was awesome. He isn't usually one to he didn't even know the dating simulator genre of games existed, so that was his first exposure to that. But kind of very interesting, as calling me side a dating simulator is like saying Doki Doki is an actual wholesome visual novel, which it definitely isn't 100%. Right, I'll remember the name.
Is this
So
how you greet Texas too?
it's funny because it's almost like a spiritual successor to DDLC in a sense, in terms of what it does. I won't spoil it, but it's really good, and the fact that it was made by 2 Russian dudes, 2 Russian developers,
Put it on.
who made the entire 9-hour playthrough. If you decide to do a full-on completionist run of the game, in just 2 to 3 GBs of space, all condensed, speaks volumes to its quality, and no bugs as well. It's like saying Children of Earth is a slice of life. Oh, you... Yes. That is correct. That is exactly how it feels like. It's deceptive on the surface, but when you actually get to, playing the game and get past its prologue, I think its prologue is like 45 minutes to 1 hour long, you'll actually now get to know the real quote-unquote game. And I love it. I love psychological horror stuff. I love watching it on YouTube, and fortunately enough, getting to play it was just a blast. Even though it was mostly my friend, my bestie playing the game. Sure. By the way, you have enough red certs to unlock all Children of Ursus nodes? Red certificates. Oh yeah, I never really check on here. The purchase certificates, right? So, who am I to get? Oh, do you mean the information fragment? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about something else for a bit. Nice. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll get to it when I get to it. And speaking of, I kind of do need to do like these integrated strategy stuff, right? I'll do that later. I'm more so in, what's it called? Concerned about, oh, Originium. Sure. New week. Right, I forgot. New week, new weekly. Well, I'm not really gonna be doing the weekly on this stream. You might get IS mission currency from daily missions regardless. Right. Yeah, I see that, the IS mission currency. So I don't think I really need to touch IS at this point in time. I'm more so just concerned about doing... Honestly, I'm more so interested right now just finishing this event, doing Break the Ice event, and then also playing Shoes event when that comes up. And then after that, I'll play like 4 of the old events. The 4 first events. Right. And then I will finally get to more maybe IS5 shenanigans in between, as one-off streams every now and then if I really do feel like it. I'm a shill for Children of Ursus for Little Story. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You are probably the person that has mentioned the Children of Ursus on my streams the most. Not gonna lie. Alright, there we go.
Here's a carnival costume. Put it on.
I'll do the rest off stream. And that's enough doing dailies for the day. Let's actually jump into the event. The rides to Lake Serbia. Nice. And jump into the story. Mountain Railway. Facing the problem directly means dealing with surprises that pop up, like the steep and winding uphill slope. Winding or winding? I think it's winding uphill slope. My sister says she never listens to my story/movie recommendations because they are always depressing or sad. Is that your taste? Depressing or sad? The question is she right though? Because if she is, then maybe that's just your taste, man. Perhaps, maybe, mayhaps, that might be the case. I see. Yeah, I'm more so a kind of sucker of, as I've said in previous streams, a more complete experience whenever I'm trying to really get... Like, if I want something to be my favorite, then yes. But that doesn't mean I cannot enjoy something for what it is. Even in my like one of my favorite movies recently has been an animation movie called Flow, made in Blender. The entire movie, like a full feature film, was just made in Blender, and it's about what's it called? A bunch of animals that do not talk, that do not behave like humans. They're just being themselves in a really almost fantastical world, filled with floods, a bit of storms, and just out there surviving and trying and adjusting to all the different animals that they encounter along the way. It's an awesome film. I loved it. 10 out of 10. Would watch it again. But yeah, chapter 7 and 8 are all in my taste. Yeah, that probably speaks more. That speaks much more about your taste. You are right. Alright, let's stop the yap, cut the yap, and get into the actual meat and potatoes of the story. Feeling a little British since I saw British soldiers on screen. I'm back. Let's burn. Let's burn. What are you standing around for? Nothing. Oh yeah, I remember now. Old Turiel's daughter was cooking in the back kitchen. She wanted some excuse to slip on over. Look at you, acting like you're doing us a great service. She used to work as a chef in a nearby restaurant, so it makes plenty of sense to bring her on board. Whatever. More importantly, why is the food not ready yet? Hey boss, how come the food hasn't been served yet? Did he just repeat his line? He probably did. Oh, right, okay. That's the server. Sorry about that. The main reason is that we're a bit overloaded right now. Even though we have upped the kitchen staff, it's still not enough to handle the workload. In that case, I don't mind lending a hand. Oh! Yar. Right. Guys, it's Bro. Bro, the goddess came over. Bro, the maid god. Jesus Christ. Bro, the goddess. That sounds so off, my god. I will never shut up about it because this is what it reminds me of. The first thing it reminds me of. There's no need. Who are you? For context, to watch previous stream. Yes, but God knows. Oh my god. Oh, that's never gonna get out of my head now. Now that I know her official persona's pronunciation is Yar. Yes, and that'll never get out of my head. She's forever to me. Now she's forever going to remain the goddess named Bro. Oh, this is so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. I am chef maid to the Saintess, Yar. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Ha! We're just a bunch of lowly soldiers, only for the formalities. Leah. Yes, madam? Split the accompanying servants into teams and have them take turns helping in the kitchen. Make sure the banquet proceeds smoothly. Understood. But we couldn't possibly have you... There's no need to worry, sir. Though this banquet is hosted by the Lord Viscount, this land is still in Kjerag, and you are all esteemed guests in the eyes of the Saintess. As the Lord Viscount was gracious enough to extend an invitation to the Saintess, it is only natural that we servants lend our assistance as well. Additionally, pardon me if this may sound offensive, but it would be out of place for those whose hands wield weapons to carry plates. Damn. I mean, it's a point, but if we, she has a point. She has a point. Calm down, Lisburn. The maid's right. We'd probably end up breaking a whole bunch of crookery if we tried to help. I know. But if there's any physical labor that needs doing, you just give us a holler, alright? Well, come to think of it, the kitchen could use some extra hands to help them carry some groceries. I'm not sure if... I'm on my way! Bro just wants an excuse. To get close to that chef's daughter. Was it some chef's daughter? I think it was, like, right? No, the daughter is the chef. Right. Okay. Thanks, madam. My pleasure. Now that things are settled here, I won't further disturb your enjoyment of the banquet. Hey, she came in clutch. I'm back. Leah, I have one more favor to ask of you. Can you see if the kitchen has these items? If they do, I'd like them to make one additional dish. Like fruit in a cheese wrap. Pulling out the whole old home cooking? Ooh! But the Saintess normally doesn't touch that stuff. No, just listen to me. Oh, Kjerag. 2 people from Kjerag. Carlin Trade's employees seem to be arriving, one after another. That's right, the Viscount invited not only the Saintess and Master Enceudus, but also the elders of the Wine Bead Court as well as the employees of Carlin Trade. As extravagant as one would expect of a Victorian Viscount. Man's not all show either. He invited Turiels, head chef of the Burden Peak Hotel. Ah, that's who she is. I'm guessing that's the daughter. Turiels, head chef of the Burden Peak Hotel. His foul temper isn't something that can be brought with money. Oh, no. Okay, alright. I'm confusing things. I need to pay more attention, man. So Turiel's daughter. So Turiel is the head chef of the famous hotel here, right in this area. And the seasoned Victorian soldier gets teased because the other Victorian soldiers think the reason why he goes to Toriel's house so often is because he's fond of Toriel's daughter. Alright. Now everything makes sense, and now it's on point. I don't think I got anything wrong there. Let us continue. It goes to show how well they've gotten on with our people during the month they've been in Kjerag. Oh, sickly soldier. Carlin Trade employee. Wait, what? Oh, these are just... Bro, they've gone straight to drinking? Jesus. A loud burp as well. Not bad. You mountain folk sure know how to hold your booze. But you still can't outdrink me. Who's up next? Those men can get sloushed even in a place like this. Can get sloshed even in a place like this. Not to mention, quite a few have already ended up under the table. Jesus, the amount of relaxation. It's like they're not even serious soldiers anymore. After staying here for like a month, they've just fully switched on to being almost... They've fully switched on to being almost loud tourists that you would find, even in the real world. I'm referring to the obnoxious kind, but I don't think they're that obnoxious. But hey, some people will find them obnoxious for sure. Yar, what should we do? Well, Getting on well is certainly a wonderful thing, but getting on too well can be problematic. This sort of thing, however, ends up being a headache for certain other people. Yes, I'm gonna... Gnosis, the mountain people. I'm just gonna call them the mountain... Wait, right. The mountain soldiers. The mountain soldiers are in position. Valeus? Who's this? I have them patrolling the front and rear entrances to prevent anyone from sneaking inside the venue. After all the hell they went through in Act 2, they would prefer to relax. You know what? That's true. That's true. From Break the Ice. Right. Yeah, I remember... Oh, okay, she's also from Break the Ice, gotcha. Elias. I have them patrolling the front and rear entrances to prevent anyone from sneaking inside the venue. No need to be nervous. Elias, send one team to go help in the kitchen. Understood. Ooh, everyone's joining up. Care for a drink? If you dare, that is. Oh, Gnosis. Victorian soldiers love that. Oh! This is some crazy strong stuff. We seriously doing this? As I said, up to you. Oh, that's like throwing down the gauntlet in terms of drunk people. Just get a really high alcohol content drink and be like, feel free to challenge me if you dare. God damn. Gnosis is not freaking around. He's on serious business to show these people who can hold the most liquor. It's silly, but I love it. Laius managed to awaken a... Yeah, Calvis... What? What does that mean? 300 proof. Wait, what? I feel like I lost the context of what Nepher was trying to say, but... Hello, Nepher, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hope you're having a good time. What? Wait, what? What does Calvis mean? To deceive or to trick. The noun is... Oh! Calva is the plural form of calva, which refers to the top part of the human skull. Okay! It can also refer to the bald spot or a bald area on the head. Wait, what? Oh no, oh, fucking Christ. I looked at calvus, but this is calves, right, because calf, okay, calf is the large part behind your leg below the knee, right. Oh. I see. I mean, if you didn't know that was possible, I think you'd be surprised if you watched the anime. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Because that was, unironically, one of the first anime that I watched back in 2019. And, goddamn, that was an interesting anime about exercise. Slice of life. Going to the gym. All the cute girls. And one of the girls there, she was pretty strong for her build, but she had muscle fetishes. It sounds absurd to say out loud, and her sister is even more of a muscle fetish. Like one outrageous line. I remember one outrageous line in the anime of how heavy are the dumbbells you lift was her elder sister of one of the main cast girls said, "You can, you can judge a man." Like the characters were talking about like love or marriage or something in one of the episodes, and the girl said that her bigger sister had told her, if you find a man that takes really good care of his shoulder blade muscles, that is the one person you should immediately be down to marry. Or something absurd like that. Yeah, it's a weird but interesting anime. It's pretty educational, not gonna lie. Like how you should exercise, when you shouldn't, and different exercises and stuff like that, all in the disguise of slice of life and certain spicy scenes and yeah, things along those lines. Anyways, to not dig the hole even deeper for some of the weird shit I've watched in the past, what are you all talking about? Alcohol is rated in proofs. Huh, that's... I didn't know that, okay. With 200 being 100% pure alcohol, that exists? Maybe it does. Alright, isn't 100% alcohol scientifically impossible? I would not have any knowledge. I'm not sure. But this is gonna be some really strong alcohol, alright? That's what... Judging by the Victorian guy's reaction, it definitely is gonna be a really strong alcohol. Anyways, putting that rant aside, as I said, up to you. You got me. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Cheers. Pour me another glass. I believe it's very hard to get close to 100%, I see. Let's hope Gnosis Terran lover lets him survive. Yeah, because that sounds... Oh, that sounds like it's gonna be every liver's nightmare. 100% alcohol, and you just down it like that. No supplements, no nothing, no ice, no substitute. Just straight alcohol. Jesus. Pour me another glass. I mean, he does have his cold arts. Does that work into it? On it. I'm a bit concerned for the sickly soldier, not gonna lie, because he's not been having the best of sleeps, as well as maybe he's also sick. So I would hope that this guy would not, you know, drink too much, especially the really strong stuff they're drinking right now, because then he's just... the next day ain't gonna be cold, ain't detoxicating alcohol. Maybe he just has a naturally high resistance. I don't know. To alcohol. Because, hey, I'm a simple man. I'm a simple and straight man. Never done anything like particularly naughty. Never like smoked, drank. Any of any of that stuff, except for gambling on Chinese chibi games, but that's a different thing. All right, that's not gambling with real money, so I would not count that. I'm a simple straight man, so I don't know. Then the PV had no sisters warming rainbows. Now that you say, I remember that. Well then, looks like he's really got really inspired by the mood, so let's see how he handles this really strong alcohol then. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, one thing I have heard, like, everybody has different tolerance for alcohol. Some people will get absolutely drunk, like with a few sips of wine, while others will just hold their alcohol, like they'll get a bit buzzed. They'll start feeling it, but never get fully drunk, like it's always shown in media. I think I've only seen like a drunk person once in real life, and that was like one of our neighbors. Anyways, that's a separate story. Anywho, yes, I'd prefer to play a Chinese gambling game than involve myself in that stuff, because surely that's 100 times better. Fight me. I don't drink alcohol at all. Yeah, good for you. Not even a soft drink with 0.2%. Interesting. Do soft drinks have like the tiniest amount of alcohol content? If so, I didn't know. Not gonna lie. You're not bad. Did he fall down? Some do. Okay. Alright, I'll probably have to look back at the label now. Most don't, yeah. That's what I figured, because I feel like that'd be information that more people would know if that was the case. Because this is the first time I'm hearing about it. Huh. The more you know, I guess. Do we have a hangover remedy? Leah? Right here. Good. Huh? Director? Enjoy a nap? Wait, what did did they... What happened? Did she just smack him awake? What happened? I don't know what happened, but okay. Sure. Enjoy a nap? Yes. That one soldier with a stomach of iron. You managed to drink him under the table. Yep. That's crazy. Lay off the alcohol for the rest of the day. Your rest. Thank you very much. Color me surprised. I didn't expect Carlin Trade's CTO to be such a good drinker. Oh, Gnosis is... Right, Gnosis is very close to Enceurus, and Enceurus is the CEO of Carlin Trade, and he's the CTO. Chief Technical Officer, if I remember right, because CEO is the chief. I dare him to outdrink Blaze. Jesus. I mean... Hey... She just looks like someone, and she even mentioned Ling. Man, Ling is just constantly drinking in any one of the animations I've seen her in. So, oh, that's gonna be a fun interaction actually. He will die at Ling. Odd. I feel like Ling. I feel like how Ling is shown. She just absorbs alcohol. Like she practically lives off of alcohol. It's crazy. Oh, Jesus. I can hardly tell from your face that you just downed 2 bottles of strong liquor. Just some useless tricks I picked up when I was younger. Did you frequently attend such occasions in your youth? Don't worry about it. The banquet will start soon, and I'll have Carlin Trade's employees help move things along. You're not going to join in the conversation, Master Gnosis? Not at the moment. It's their time now. Ah, sibling time. That's why. She's a fragment of a Pheromood, so no chance. And yeah. Well, these two are certainly awkward, huh? Enceurus, Harold. You two. Why are you so taciturn today, Sir Enceurus? Is there something on your mind, or has coming to the banquet soured your mood? Your usual quips and retorts are nowhere to be heard today. I appreciate the Saintess's concern, But it's simply that sitting at the same table as the Saintess is a terrifying affair, and that I can only hold my tongue in her presence. I see. I did not think Sir Enceodus the pious type, but I stand corrected. I dare not speak out of line. Oh, there are things in this world that even Sir Enceodus dares not do? Maybe she didn't like that. Harold is just gonna be caught between these two's crossfire. He's gonna be caught in the crossfire. Look how nice the weather is today. Perfect day to holding a banquet, wouldn't you say, eh? Why don't you two go? Given the Saintess's high praise, there are naturally many things I'm afraid of. I won't prattle on with the details, but take the ceremony for Kjeragander's statue the day after tomorrow. For such an important occasion, all of Karlan trade must come together as one, without a single misstep. That being the case, I would recommend you to be thorough and circumspect as well. Wait, what? Circumspect? I didn't know that was a word. Thorough and just be mindful of the surroundings? Circumstances? Wait, what does that mean? Man, Arknights, this event really has been throwing way too many new words at me, huh? Circumspect. Literally looking about on all sides, hence examining carefully all the circumstances that may affect a determination. Scrutinize everything around the ceremony. As well, Sir Enceodus. I thought I knew most words till Arknights. That legitimately the same thing I'm feeling right now, and I've been feeling for a while since I've started reading Arknights. The completion of Kjeragander's statue is of utmost importance to Kjerag. Not to mention, we are in the presence of our Victorian guests who are eager to congratulate us. There is no such thing as too much caution. It is as you say. The Saintess is well versed in all things divine, and the multitude of preparations made for the ceremony are impeccable and well thought out. In all respects, a true blessing upon Kjerag. As for all other affairs, please rest assured that Karlan trade will take care of the Winebead court's concerns. Now then, it's certainly reassuring to see the two of you so young and promising. As a reminder, we're not only here to celebrate, but also to discuss a collaboration. Seeing as how you're eloquent as ever, you seem to have no shortage of confidence. You've been quite busy making a name for yourself, Sir Enceodus. Though I rarely go down the mountain, news of Karlan trade's exploits are regularly reaching my ears. But please don't forget this, Sir Enceodus. For thousands of years, Kjerag has relied on hard work and pragmatism from generation to generation to develop our homeland into what it is today. Not utilitarianism and reckless adventurism. The Silver Ashes will never forget Kjeragander's admonition of her people. However, the Saintess must also understand that along with the people of Kjerag's hard work and pragmatism is an indomitable adventuring spirit and a desire to ascend the highest summits. He's only an observer at this point. Harold has no hope to sway this conversation in any direction. Yep, seems like it. They're more concerned about tackling each other. This is honestly better for Kjerag that way. True. At least they have like two leaders with differing opinions and not just one faction dedicated to, kind of making things change too fast. One is trying to reach out to the outside world and make a name for themselves and really benefit their country, and meanwhile the other serves as a counterbalance to that desire to maintain a strong sense of identity and culture, even in Kjerag after all this time, to uphold tradition. Yeah, these two are the perfect examples. This is how democracy also is wondrous for nations. But that's my opinion. It just takes quite a bit of time to get things done in a democracy. Don't even get me started on that. Perhaps a little bit of the spirit is also what we need when it comes to dealing with external developments. I only hope that your enthusiasm does not lead you headfirst into danger. The young truly are so full of energy, but the Saintess is correct. Sometimes stability is, in fact, necessary. I invited the two of you here because I wanted to. Totally didn't have an attempted coup before trust. Oh. Oh, I see. Is that what happened in Break the Ice event? I see. God damn. You know what? Yes, if that's the case, then I completely understand Enya's distrust and strained relationship with Enceotis. I'm truly touched by the Saintess's concern. Please rest assured that I will handle this matter and not betray your expectations. All things in Kjerag must inevitably answer to Kjeragander's will. Without sufficient faith, is it not true that I would struggle to take even a single step? Okay. Alright. You're just as awful as you ever were. Ditto. You two. If you have a disagreement, talk it through like adults. Don't go and ruin the peace. Let's move on and discuss our cooperation. Okay, yeah. No. They're too focused on themselves. Sir Enceotis, your brain is as hard and stubborn as the purest originium ice crystal. Okay, we are we are dropping down to the insults then. The Saintess remains unmoving and speaks bluntly for the first time in a long while. Damn, that's an insult now. Jesus. Yeah, that was savage, bro. Your brain is as hard and stubborn as the purest originium ice crystal. Oh man, this went from a serious discussion to a simple fact. Oh, this is so true. Oh man, this is so true. Oh, and sorry, someone else, I forgot. But hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Forgot to greet you there. Was too involved. Was too engrossed in the story at the moment. Oh, I don't know. I've had some spats, but that was mostly like when I was younger. Now I'm just like, I just try to be like a better role model. I fail at it, but I try to be a better role model for my younger sis. Damn, I remember. You know, you truly realize how precious these moments are when, if you have a good, if you have a good relationship with your sibling, when they've gone somewhere away, like far away. I miss her, man. It's just most of the time I'm too preoccupied watching YouTube or just playing Arknights on stream to really fully realize that feeling. But yeah, I do miss her. And before anyone gets the wrong idea, she's just far away from home, pursuing better education. That's why. Anyways, I don't know why I got so real for a minute, but hey, that's just my content, and yeah, these moments truly are precious, even the weird and awkward ones. But it seems that even after all these years, our great Sir Insiorus still has not learned to retain his capital. Not really easy to be friendly with a sibling who tried to usurp you from power. True, not denying that, just, I'm looking at it from a, what's it called, as someone who has a wholesome relationship with my sibling, and that sibling has gone away to pursue better education, so it's kind of lonely here, being by myself. That's fine. But in this circumstance, their strained relationship, completely understandable. Not blaming either of them. I mean, the fault will more so fall on the person who tried to just literally usurp the government. But yes. To what does the great saintess refer? Have your old habits not flared up again, taking on every bit of risk with no regard for the consequences? The greater the risk, the greater the reward. I hope you won't regret your choices later on down the road. Nobody's going to sneak money under your pillow today. Indeed, that won't be happening again. What? Wait, what was that a reference to? Nobody's going to sneak money under your pillow today? No longer will I be woken by the jingling of coins, or have to buy candies and snacks on margin and pay back thrice the amount. I never asked you to pay me back. Please, you two. Damn, she hit him with a tooth fairy insult. Oh. Please, you two. Just one moment, please, your lordship. They're more concerned with settling this beef for now. Once again, this was once a serious discussion. It's pretty petty now. Yes, it is. It definitely is. Fine. I'll drink to myself for now. The same. I'm not gonna lie, same thing happens IRL. Hey, I can understand that. Holy Saintess, Sir Insiorus. Insiorus, I have no intention of involving myself in your private affairs. But if the Saintess has her own thoughts about Kjerag's present situation, then reciprocating the Duke's offer may be the perfect option for you. What do you mean? Holy Saintess, might I tell you what I found most impressive about Kjerag? Please do. I recall the time I paid a medical call to a herdsman. Leonis was his name. A young beast in his herd had gotten lost while grazing. I offered to help him search for it, but he declined and told me not to worry. He had me wait until sundown and left to have supper. And so I waited. After finishing the treatment, I set up a cooking pot over the grass with him. We lit the pot, and he found a good piece of cheese. You should have heard the sizzling sound it made when he threw it in. I was sitting to the side on a short bench, still thinking about the young beast, when I heard a high-pitched cry in the distance. This might be something you see all the time in Kjerag, but for me, when I saw the young beast returning to the pasture at sunset, the way it found its way back to its mother's side, the two nuzzling against each other. What I felt at that moment was something I don't know how to describe. Alright, Oregon, we don't need to be that cynical here, alright? Alright, Oregon, we don't need to be that cynical here. If you read between the lines, that may be what it looks like, but I'll give Harold a chance here, alright? I'll give Harold a chance here. Alright, now that you're done quarreling with each other, now let's discuss becoming a serving colony for my duke. Oh, man. Old Leonese told me that bird beasts recognize the scent of their kin, especially fowls, which are particularly sensitive to their mother's scent. Even if they got lost, they always find their way back by following the mother's scent. A blood bond reminds me of the way Kjerag view the land. It reminds me of the way Sir Enceodus gave up Victoria in all her glory to return to Kjerag. I see your lordship speaks very highly of Sir Enceodus. It is true that he has made many achievements thus far, but if you are comparing him to young bird beast returning to his homeland, thanks to his ties with his mother by the name of Kjerag, I find that joke quite droll. It is indeed thanks to Sir Enceodus' longing for his homeland that House Castor decided to fund Carlin trade. Moreover, the Duke believed that since Sir Enceodus greatly treasured the Kjerag blood flowing in his veins, he likewise would not come to despise the other half of his blood, the Castor bloodline. Holy Saintess, as I have previously stated, I'm not here to stroke conflict, but at the inception of Carlin trade, it was Castor who extended a helping hand to Sir Enceodus. And now that Sir Enceodus has proven his worth, the Duke believes that it is time to collect a bit of interest. It appears that a few pieces of candy will no longer be sufficient, Sir Enceodus. It is not so complicated, really. What the Duke wants is simply a show of sincerity. Her Grace wishes to see this goodwill from Sir Enceodus, from Carlin trade, and ultimately from Kjerag itself. A show of sincerity towards the Duke of Castor and towards Victoria. So long as this sincerity exists, then our future cooperation will only become more intimate. And if we fail to express such sincerity, Harold puts down his tableware, then walks over the window and opens it. The cold wind lashed with snow, and ice instantly pours into the room, since the burning stove is helpless to resist the chill. He quickly closes the window once more. My apologies. The Saintess's question was so incisive, I found myself wanting a breath of fresh air. After staying in this warm room for so long, I had forgotten how cold it was outside, you see. Now that's a very... yeah, that's an analogy he'd be using to describe what's the situation outside in Victoria. I guess I was right after all. Seems like it. Because it's the people in power higher up that's gonna decide how they want their cooperation with Carlin, rather than however where Harold may want the cooperation to go. That being the case, your lordship could have simply entertained Sir Enceodus at this banquet. Why is my presence necessary? Well, you see, I've been eating and drinking remarkably well here. During my morning constitutional, my blood pressure has gone down even as my blood sugar was up a tad. I wouldn't mind staying here for another year or so. But you see, I find the Duke's incessant nagging quite bothersome. Nowadays, Carlin trade has become a pillar of Kjerag, and the kinship between the great Saintess and Sir Enceodus runs deep. I simply wanted to provide an opportunity for the two of you to sit down and talk things over. I would like you to help me convince Sir Enceodus. I appreciate your lordship's candor. However, everything that has a beginning must also have an end. It is true that Kjerag owes much of its current standing to Carlin trade, but if I, as the Saintess, were to say that I know nothing of this, it would simply be avoiding responsibility. If you accept that I am the leader of this nation, then it must follow that I am also responsible for its current condition. You cannot come up here and confidently proclaim that the ways of the past were wrong. Sir Enceodus always boasts about how he was the one who chose Kjerag's current path. However, to this day, everything in Kjerag is the result of the decisions that we have collectively made as a people, of which I am but one member. Sir Enceodus himself has no right to rebuke Kjerag as she is today. And the same is true for me. I see now. It seems I really ought to try more of Kjerag's food while I still have the appetite. Please come with me, both of you. True democracy, yes. And in that sense, I'm on the side of the Saintess. Once again, I must thank you for your hospitality today, my lord. I hope my choice of dishes will suit both your tastes. They are traditional Kjerag dishes that I specially requested Chef Toriel to prepare. Wow, this cheese wrap looks positively splendid. Cheese wraps, and there are even fruit chunks inside. Truly a traditional household dish. Dig in, my friends. Don't be shy. After you, Sir Enceodus. Aw, is this gonna be the... No, you first. No, you first. Okay. I thought it was gonna devolve into that cliche, but no, okay. This is Arknights, we don't do that here. That cliche has its place, but seeing as how these two are quite mature for the situation, that would have been pretty childish, I'm not gonna lie. Very well, if you insist. That smell again. You still remember it? Of course. Gnosis should be here. Where is he? Sir, there were these Victorian soldiers earlier. Soldiers? It all makes sense now. It would be unbefitting of the Saintess to personally appear before Victorian soldiers, no? Do as you will. Don't worry about me. Now then, I shall not take up any more of your time, Holy Saintess. Ignoring parts of that talk, that was pretty childish. It's a political negotiation, not a dinner at their parents. I mean, okay, at the end of the day, they're still siblings, so... And... considering one of them literally did a political coup d'etat of the government there, some of the childishness, even despite how petty it may be, and insults, that's understandable. Just goes to show how mature they are, that even after all this, they're still handling their responsibilities. Just the relationship has been strained a bit more. So I'd say this is much better than the scenario I would have imagined. really is that same smell. At least a bit of silver lining is that Triply Ashers can't accuse me of doing nothing. I've done what needed doing, and the ceremony is about to begin. I suppose it's time to head back. Alright, can't forget to pick up souvenirs for the wife and daughter. And also... Oh. Alas, it would be remiss of me to leave any regrets behind on this trip. Degenbrecher. Bruh. Okay, why did it take me 3 whole streams to realize I've been spelling her name in the stream title wrong? What the heck? Funnily enough, Clifford is pretty chill with the both of them as the middle child. Oh my god. I'm gonna assume Silver Ash is the oldest and Saintess is the youngest. Why did it take me 3 entire streams to realize I've been spelling her name wrong? What the heck? Ah, there you are, Madam Degenbrecher. I see you found yourself a lovely spot, clean and... hey now, don't go! That would be correct. If you want an audience, go talk to Insiodus or Gnosis. I'll have nothing to do with your little games. Come now, there's no way to be talking. With all this delicious food and drink in front of you, would it really kill you to exchange a few pleasantries? For example, Shelby toast. That's probably German. And danke. Oh? Are you a woman who can't handle her drink? I'm much better at handling men who try to ply me with a drink. Alright. Don't worry, most of your viewers are Ian and they don't read. You know, fair enough. Because most of my viewers are Ian and they won't even be able to read the jab that you wrote out in chat, Vergon, so it checks out. But still, for the 2 people here that can read, 2 or 3, I guess, I'll just go back and remember to change the title names. Shall I prove it to you? No need, I'll take your word for it. Oh, right, Lily's in fine shape now, thanks to your timely handling of the matter. I've already arranged for follow-up care, and her little ones are in good health as well. Leonis said to leave one for you to name. I'm glad things worked out. And I'll pass on that last part. Don't have much of a naming sense. Aha! In that case, why not let me do it for you? Never fear, naming is a bit of a science in Victoria, and I happen to have a bit of expertise in this field. The little one is a girl, so my suggestion would be the name. He just wants he's so fond of the little burden beast that he just wants to have her, like the little burden beast, have his surname. Olivia Turnbottom Michelle Craigvon. I put together my last name, my wife's maiden name, and my grandmother's first name, making her the same as my daughter's. Adhesion, like, I had enough of this nonsense back in Kashmir. I've changed my mind. Her name's Dollar. Dooler. Oh, no. Dollar. Dollar. Not dollar. Dollar. But I wasn't finished yet, Madam degenbrecher. Her name is Dollar. But Olivia Dollar. Alright. Dollar, is also a fine name for a girl. Healthy and strong, right? Even though I still think Olivia Turnbottom Michelle Craigavon has a bit more charm to it. Nevertheless, I think Leonis will be quite fond of the name, fitting as it is for a Kjerag girl. Madam degenbrecher, I have another favor to ask of you, presumptuous as it may be. Please take a look at this. I'm afraid I'll be leaving empty-handed on this business trip. I would at least like to leave a little memento for myself, as a personal note. As I said back at the station, I'm a huge fan of yours, see? Would you be willing to give me your autograph? Bro. Damn. You don't seem like the type to obsess over night sports. You think too highly of me, vulgar man that I am, far be it, for me to avoid vulgar pleasures. Though the arena is certainly different from the battlefield, the victors are all have something that elevates them above the crowd. It certainly is a fine pastime, and I hope you take no offense to me saying that, as none is intended. That much is true. You say that, but you still refuse to give this poor old man your autograph, even as he's holding this card out. I've treasured this trading card for a long time, you know. It was a limited release from the first time you won the major. You never released another card. Oh my god. He's a real fan. He's the OG. Oh my god, he's just legitimately a fan. I like Harold even more now. Damn. It's a darn shame that I can't win your favor, no matter what. That aside, when it comes to naming, there's something I've been curious about, and would appreciate if you could shed some light on the matter. Of course, you don't have to answer if you find it offensive. Degenbrecher, is that your real name? You are certainly brave to ask, Craigavon. I'm a man of few talents, but courage is something I do carry. What if it is? Just consider scratching the itchy curiosity of your fans, madam. After all, every angle of your being has been under the spotlight since the first time you won the major, the origins of the Black Knight, and where her path ultimately led her. Countless eyes have been following you. Which brings me to my next question, Madam degenbrecher. Is your contract with Carlin Trade about to expire? I do wonder if you spare me the honor of inviting you to be a guest of Victoria. Yeah, she's not really gonna like that. No doubt the Duke would be more than glad to welcome your arrival, and perhaps you'd even be able to discuss new horizons of cooperation. She's gonna straight up deny no to his face. Is that all you wanted to ask? If that's all you're here for, I've heard you out. Now, if you leave me in peace. I spent a decade in Kjerag. I'm one of her people, and I plan to live out my days here. Good enough for you? Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I had my own speculation about the answer, but I must admit, it was quite moving to hear it in your own words. Why, you didn't even try to dress it up with more local flair. Fun fact, degenbrecher is a 3-time champion of the Night Major. Yes. I think in the previous stream someone commented that fact as well. And that does make her really strong, not gonna lie. True, I do suppose you're dressed with a bit of color. Where'd you get the fur coat? This is from a souvenir shop I'm rather partial to. It's quite warm. Alright, it's getting late and the banquet should be drawing to an end soon, so I won't pester you any longer. I wasn't fortunate enough to win your signature. I do want to say one thing. I enjoyed your chat very much, madam. Hey, you got to talk with her, right? As a simple fan, nothing more. Please watch your step, Sir Ensiotis. Chester? Like Ensiotis' manager? By the way, who's your favorite elite operator? I'm actually gonna have to look through my, what's it called? Why am I not able to think of the word? I'll have to look through the characters that I have. But my favorite elite operator, I don't know many. But, yeah, I'll think about the answer a bit more. Roster? Yes. Yeah, I'll have to look over my roster. Thank you for the word. Thank you for reminding me. Sometimes I do feel like I just cannot think of a word. I could just... why is my tongue... Okay, calm down. Sometimes the words don't flow out from my mouth as smoothly as I like them to be. The flow. Right. And welcome, Sterisk, to the stream. Hope you have an enjoyable time watching me babble on about stuff I find interesting and stumble over my words, so to speak. Most elite ops are not playable. Damn. I mean, it's not... Okay, maybe this is a redundant question. Is Amiya a elite operator? Though some are the free 5-star recruits from IS. I like my favorite is probably gonna be someone who has more character, because, hey, don't get me wrong, Ace had a lot of character. No, she's the supreme leader. Right. So in that elite operators, right, Ace is pretty up there for what he did right in the story and for his faith in Doctor, but I just haven't really paid much attention to the other elite operators, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Blaze came in the story, but I feel like I need some more time to get to know her a bit more, right? So by the process of elimination, maybe at this point in time it would just be Blaze. But if you want me to give a more distinctive answer of my favorite operator and what do I like about them, I wouldn't really have much to say. Though if she wasn't leader, she probably would be one, fair enough. Well, we have not seen most of them yet. Most of our elite ops are break in case of emergency people. Right. Fair enough. They're only saved for emergencies. Oh fuck. Oh damn. Oh shit. I remember the spoiler from chapter 15. God damn. Why? Why, brain? Why do you gotta do me like this? Guys, I plead my case here. But if I decide to, just an example, when chapter 15 arrives on global, right? And then the Laterano event, which is heavily tied into the lore of chapter 15, the Laterano main event, right, into Bessie arrives. Would you all riot if I just skip over the Londinium arc and jump straight to chapter 15 and the Laterano event story? The spoilers has me hooked. And as I said, I remember the spoiler from chapter 15 and I'm just like, man, you'll miss out literally every aspect of Laterano and have zero context. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. Like, in the coming months, because it's gonna be a long time, right? I will actually read all the previous Laterano. Okay. The thing is, I'm just saying, like, for chapter 15, of course, I'm gonna be skipping over the main story, but for at least for the Laterano intermezzi, I'm gonna try to do all the intermezzis and all the side stories as I can before it, right? In the time that the main intermezzi arrives. But the factor of the matter is, it would be much better that if I play chapter 15 first, and then do the Laterano intermezzi side story, the Laterano intermezzi that we are gonna get after chapter 15. Either way, the story will remain, so you'll be able to access it anytime, so no need to rush. Right, it's just, if I get the option, it's just I would not be able to control myself. That's the thing. That's the thing. But yes, I'll still try to control myself when the story drops in like 5 months, right? 6 to 5 months. But no promises on that, no hard promises, because I know myself, and I can be pretty impulsive at times. Anyways, enough about future content. Let's focus on current content. And Theodis, I've brought the car. What? That's his uncle? Chester. Thank you, uncle. Are you returning to the mansion? Back to the office. And Theodis? What he said. There are still some chores I need to take care of. Long time no see, Uncle Chester. Saintess. You know, I like the analogy here, Vergon. Reading a major part in the story without context is like eating delicious food with a heavy cold and no ability to taste. Maybe that's a bit too harsh of an analogy. But it's still... But if you feel like you have been starving for a long time, just the sensation of the satiation that you would get by eating that food that will fill your stomach. My impulsive brain says it'll be worth it, and considering my past track record, I have more reason to believe I'll still piece the lore together, just in a... not reading it out of order. And it's gonna be fun. That's my argument. But yes, I will try to do things in order as long as I can until I cannot control my impulses anymore. Don't worry. For the next 6 months, I'm going to be doing everything in order. Just call me by name on these occasions. And yeah, I'm so glad to see you safe and sound. It's more like reading about Major battled in a war and not knowing who anyone is. Yeah, I think that's a bit more of an understandable analogy. You'll get the momentary satiation, but no satisfaction in the long term. If I ate plain bread while starving, I'd be happy, but doesn't mean I love plain bread. True. That's very logical. It's just, in terms of reading things, it becomes an adventure to try to piece the lore together and work backwards. And you will notice stuff that you wouldn't have otherwise noticed if you were reading in order. And for example, I have spoiled myself on the Babel stuff, and some things and things Theresa related, right? Now, I read Dark Knight's memoir Intermezzi after spoil myself because I wasn't sure I wanted to get into Arknights, so I spoiled on the major stuff by watching the Terrastorian videos and some other lore videos. And because I had prior knowledge, I was able to connect to stuff that people would not be connecting to in a way, and just get really hyped and excited about characters, right? So it's a different sort of experience. Yes, it would be extremely preferred if you went with the order. Kind of like looking back on history, already knowing the outcome. Yes, exactly. Right, someone else. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. So, it's a different kind of fun. I completely understand it's not for everyone, but I found in my nature, sometimes it's worth reading stories out of context or out of order and work backwards. The thing is, Dark Knight's Memoir were amazing for me to notice things when I go back, so I technically get double the experience. Of course, but here's the thing, I'm probably going to read, since I have so much content, I'm probably just going to read these stories once and then continue on, right? Because as much as I am an enjoyer of Terra and Arknights, reading some stories, like twice, for multiple times, that's gonna stretch my patience too much. Even though I'm a person who loves noticing details like that by going back and reading those sorts of stories, right? So, yeah. Fundamentally, it comes down to how you choose to consume content, and don't worry, for the most part, I'm going to be choosing to consume content in order. Just some things are going to be out of order, kind of like this event. So, yeah. But hey, this was a unexpectedly fruitful discussion about the stories and fiction and the content you consume. Anyways, let us get back to the story that we are currently playing. Now then, I shall take my leave, Holy Saintess, Sir Enceodus. Very well, my lord. Yes, Holy Saintess? All else aside, I hope you have a wonderful time in Kjerag. Thank you for your kind words. Yar? Yes, Saintess? Please have the maids clean the mess. Oh, there's no need for that. The good soldiers not only helped clean everything up, but even took away the leftover food. They said they were going to bring it to the infected soldiers who weren't able to attend the banquet. Hey, see? This is also kind of why I love just Harold and his soldiers. Man, they're endearing. They're endearing. This Viscount actually seems quite respectable. It feels as if he's playing the villain. Though I trust that something Sir Enceodus is here can relate to. Of course, she's not gonna pass up an opportunity to jab at Enceodus. You flatter me, Saintess. It's getting dark. Be careful on your way back. You too. Saintess, did you need something else? In the name of Yaragander, Kjerag has arrived where she is today, despite the gulf between us. What would Yaragander think were she to look down upon her land today? Would she condemn us? Oh! Are you getting cold feet? Of course not. The miracle 3 years ago will forever be engraved in the hearts of all Kjerag. Even I must admit that Yaragander indeed is the bedrock of this land. You're all but children playing atop her body. If so, that question isn't for me to answer. Perhaps it's not for her to answer either. A Carlin Trade Company. Alright, we're back. I can go to the I can go the rest of my way. I can go the rest of the way myself. Oh, really? Yeah, I think, yeah, he had too much to drink, didn't he? It was just a minor miscalculation. Hold on, I need a moment. Certainly. No, not at the main door. Head around the side. Oh, what's the problem? Worried someone might see you? Someone might be working overtime. He's about to vomit. and he's not getting. Silver Ash is not understanding his implications. Who would be working overtime at this hour? Is this the part of animated preview when Gnosis vomited? I think it is. I think it is. Asterisk. I think it is. Me. And you too, probably. Are you complaining that I haven't given you enough overtime pay? Oh, man. He's not getting it. He's not getting it. Alright, Gnosis, sit down already. Nobody will see the drunken and indecent behavior of the CTO. If you ask me, you're holding your own image to too high a set standard. Oh, he got it. He's just being friendly. Okay, sorry. I misunderstood. He was just being friendly. You're a lot more talkative after a few drinks than Theodus. If anything, you owe degenbrecher more overtime pay. Oh, degenbrecher. He actually owes me a few lives. Too lazy to keep count. The two leaders of Karland trade squatting in the lobby of the company headquarters in the middle of the night to discuss unpaid wages. That's quite the sight to see. That's quite the sight to behold, not gonna lie. Oh, man. Gnosis is fighting on your behalf. Degenbrecher. No, I will go with the proper pronunciation. I will not be indoctrinated. It's degenbrecher. That's the proper pronunciation. But yes, it is funny to call her degenbrecher. She breaks degenerates. And you're free to interpret that statement however you want. Did the booze melt his brain? Oh, then, yep, he's vomiting. He's vomiting. It's not like I got slosh for your sake. Alright. She can break me. Okay. Alright, okay. Good for you, Ergon. Her goat tail is adorable. I'm definitely using that as a wallpaper. Oh, fun fact, if you guys ever want to get what's it called? Right. If you ever want like image and illustrations of stories, I use the website called Arknights. Most of you would have probably heard of it for like illustrations, things in the game, in the story, and just download the image from there. The thing is, switch to the CN server and look up the code of the stage. and the story parts as well, because that's going to be the most updated one, and that's going to be more accurate. Because the EN one is quite far behind what we have in global right now. Is it high quality? I mean, I make all my thumbnails with it. It is pretty high quality. You can check for yourself. It's not like extremely high quality, but I think like this file size is around like 600 to 800 KB every time I download it, and I can zoom in like pretty nicely and not lose the image quality. So I'd say, yeah, it is high quality, but you're free to be the judge of that. It's not like a 4K wallpaper or anything else. It's just the same quality as the one, all the backgrounds, images, illustrations, and all the character cutouts. They're the same quality as they are assets as they are in the game. So feel free to use them. I got to know about this because Super made a video about Arknights community resources. Does that mean I can get the degen Gnosis takedown in 4K? Hey, I wouldn't know what you're referring to, but every story event, till the point where CN is caught up, is I usually just use an AK, which also posts high quality non-NSFW images. Interesting. Fair enough. But yeah, I first heard this from Super because he made a video about all the Arknights resources that you can use, and he told about all the websites, and Arkwaifu was one of them. And I found that to be genuinely extremely helpful when I'm making thumbnails, because when I make thumbnails, gooners find a way. They always do. But when I'm making thumbnails, it's pretty made, I know, but I just prefer to use it whenever I'm doing story stages. I prefer to use the special illustrations and images from those story stages as my thumbnails. So yeah, it's been extremely helpful for me, and I would genuinely recommend it to everyone else. It's an awesome resource. Anyways, not sponsored, just something I use, and I thought more people would appreciate it if they knew this website existed. Let us continue. Degenbrecher looks over at Enceotis, who only gives a shrug. What an embarrassment. Degenbrecher hands the canteen of water she brought over to Enceotis, and the latter naturally reaches out to expect it. Art is art, even if it makes me... I see. We understand, Sterisk. The last decade has seen countless such moments. Good to know they're pretty close. Do you still remember Walden's? Who? The first time he had to carry me and Gnosis back. What the fuck? Don't mind me, I'm just being careful. I just saw a roach walk out of my room. I'm streaming right now, I can't be bothered to kill it. The first time you had to carry me and Gnosis back. What? Oh, that happened? And I break the ice event? Oh, that banquet. Wait, what? The first time you had to carry me and Gnosis back. Oh, that banquet. Why is he... He's trying to remind... He's trying to say if she remembers that specific instance in the past. And then he's like, oh, that banquet. And then he remembers something himself. And Degenbrecher agrees with him? Was the name not properly stated here? What's happening? Are you reading the story as you do the stages, or do you do it separate? I do the stages as well. I read the story and do the stages. But if it's like, if I'm doing any of the side stories that are like, hey, I need like 2 or 3 events worth of story context, I'll just do the stages on those streams. But most of the time I do read, yes. I did the same with the Dungeon Meshi Arknights collab story. And it just adds a bit more exciting moments in the stream when I'm doing the stages as well as the story, right? Because as much as I can enjoy stories, it's better for the stream and for myself to be engaged in something and actually having to use my brain every now and then. Yes. Where Gnosis got piss drunk and you didn't, yet you were worse for wear because of it. I feel like that this line by Enciodus, "Oh, that banquet," was supposed to be said by degenbrecher, but maybe I'm just maybe I'm misunderstanding. Who knows? I'll just continue. I still understand what they're saying though. Look at him now. His liver is clearly a lot tougher these days. At least he's not passing out all over the place. You sure this one's still conscious? Before you two start bad-mouthing to me my face... Don't you use your brain when the word... the sentence weird or misspell? Don't you use your brain when... Don't you use your brain when there's a misspell... when there's a weird sentence or the misspell of a word? Yes, I do. But it shouldn't be like that, yo star, please. Well, what can I even do? It's not getting changed. I know, guys. It's not getting changed. Can you bring me some hangover remedy? Like how I just did. Yes. Yes, I had to use my brain. Weird. Okay. Don't you use your brain when they word the sentence weird or misspell? And my brain fails at those moments. It's just my brain works better in stages, unironically enough, so I'll prefer to do stages as well. The man slumped over on the steps does not lift his head, merely stretching his hand out towards his ill-spirited friend. Degenbrecher raises her eyebrows, then takes a pack of pills out of her pocket and places them in Gnosis's hand. She watches him open up the blister pack with practiced motions and swallow the contents along with a big gulp of water. After a while, she lets out a sigh of relief. That's a bit better. This doesn't seem to be the same medicine I took before. It's not hangover cure. It's a poison I made. That's not funny. Enciodus just put me up to it. Yes, quite right. Is that so? Then why am I not dead yet? It doesn't seem like your poison's very effective. What though? Are you two not tired of this routine yet? Do they do these? Wait. So you're telling me these two literally have made it a habit, a ritual almost, when Gnosis gets pissed drunk, he vomits everything, he vomits out his guts, and then they do a ritual trying to troll him to see if he's sober enough or not, or if his brain is working or not. And yes, guys, since this is in the middle of the stream, do what we're gonna saying. If you like the stream, please like it and subscribe so you can follow this awesome Arknights yapping content in the future. I'm bad at self-promos, but it adds charm to my content, so I don't care. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm guessing she has straight face humor. It was more fun back when you actually believed it and tried to make yourself vomit. I mean, come on, that's kind of dirty. Like, someone's drunk, 6 out of 10 needs improvement. Yes. But come on, that is dirty, okay? Like, this guy's pace drunk. His brain is the logical part of his brain is not working well, alright? Along with other parts. And you're gonna troll him in that instance to be like, oh, the hangover cure I sent you? Oh, that's poison, actually. So he panics and makes himself vomit even more. Bruh. It's funny, but it's dirty. That was years ago. But that was a different pill, wasn't it? It didn't look the same as the previous one. I'm forgetting my accents. Maybe I'm tired, man, from the day. That's why I'm slacking off in my voice acting. Riley sent it. He often goes to drinking with the Victorians and says this one works better. In Theodus, it seems that degenbrecher has become the most popular of us three among the people of Kjerag. Notice the promotional pictures of the Black Knight hanging off the Burden Beast billboards by the station? Hand-drawn too. Is that a problem? Of course not. I've become increasingly busy in recent years and have neglected many things. Once the situation calms a bit, Gnosis and I really need to start going out more often. That's for sure. If you don't show your face in public every once in a while, people will start to worry about your private life. Yeah, true. One popular line of speculation is that you've thrown yourself into work as you have been heartbroken over certain things. There are quite a few variations too. Want me to give you a rundown? Is that gonna be like about the past or something? Oh, wait. Is not the rumor here like he's heartbroken because he's at least it's not Castle level trolling? Oh god! Oh please, no. That is a different breed, all right. I would not be surprised if. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say this way. Maybe I shouldn't say that thought out loud. I can't wait for Arknights Steam release. I'm not even sure if that's gonna happen, but just the fact that they are making a PC client is already huge news. For example, W sneaks bombs into people's What? You know, we do a little trolling. Commits actual murder in trolling. Wow. But the thought that I wanted to say was like literally Google Play version is making me want to flip my laptop. Is the blue... Okay, question, Sterisk. Have you tried like BlueStacks? Does that work better for you or the Google Play beta version? Like, there are other things. I would not recommend LD Player because that just shoves adware into your computer. I would not trust that at all. But I've heard of these three. Like, some people use LD Player despite that. There's Google Play Beta. Then there's also BlueStacks. Depending on the specifications of that, BlueStacks lags a lot. Yeah, it is resource intensive. So that's fair enough. Google Play is literally the... fair enough then. Google Play then just gets to be your only choice. Hey! A new hope is the fact that they have announced, at least in the 6th anniversary CN stream, that they're working on the Arknights PC client. So, like an official Arknights hypergraph software to support Arknights. So I'm sure that'll be, over time, that'll be a lot better than Google Play Beta and BlueStacks. So yeah, Google Play Beta crashed in some stages, like I can't even play the current event because it keeps crashing. Yeah. That's the thing with that emulators, man. That's the thing with emulators. It's always like that. For some people it may work really fine, but for most others you're gonna encounter frequent troubles, maybe some bugs and crashes. The most common ones I've heard are being crashes. You can only hope and wait, man. I have to use a cloud gaming service on my phone to do the event. Jeez. I mean, you can also play Arknights on your phone. It should run pretty well there, considering it's 2D. I mean, it runs on my 2000... What's it? When was this phone brought? But I think this was like brought in 2017 or 18-ish. It runs on this phone. Like, some things will... lag, but still. No space, hence cloud gaming. Yeah, understandable then. Understandable. Hello, Silent Spirit, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yetta in the thumbnail. Yes. I'm doing good. Just reading the stream. Just reading the story and chatting as always, and I'm pacing myself more. I've accepted the fact I'm a natural born yapper, so I'll yap more and don't rush the story. But yes, that's mostly how it's going. And speaking of, since I've yapped so much, I should drink a glass of water because holy shit, my throat is drier than a desert right now. Hello, we're back. Yeah, and Gnosis is not having a good time. I mean, it's... but still, that must be extremely funny. The fact that the popular rumor is that Silver Ash has thrown himself, completely absorbed himself in work, because he probably got rejected by like maybe a potential partner or lover of his, is it's a bit of a funny thing to imagine, not gonna lie. But that laughter is coming to bite you in the back. And that's gonna seal up your earbuds. Okay, the vomiting experiences I've had in real life, it's the worst. It's one of the worst, man. You can't breathe unless you just vomit your guts out. And just, when you're in that state, you're even more prone to, like, vomiting. Can't even drink anything or eat anything until everything in your system has settled down. I don't want to experience that, man. It sucks. But yes, this scene is funny. I don't know why I was seriously trying to analyze it just now. I pray you don't choke to death laughing and vomiting at the same time, Gnosis. Quite the sentence there. If you could laugh like that all the time, our employees wouldn't be so afraid of you. Don't worry, before I croak, I'll make sure to puke all over your shit. Oh, bruh. So, how did your discussion go? Reach any agreements? When it comes to matters concerning Kjerag, there aren't actually that many differences between me and the Saintess. What about between you and the girl named Enya? The only problem worth talking about are those that can be resolved. Of course, he strategically dodged that question. If I had to do things over again, I'd make the same decision every time, and she'll never feel good about it. We all know that deep down. Say what you will, but you'll never tell that to her face. You're not much different, Gnosis. You're two peas in a pod, never saying what needs to be said to the people who need to hear it. That's a trait some people do have. It can be good and it can be bad, depending on the situation. Also, you should be playing dead right about now. The lights of the office still shine bright in the night, and the heating in the main hall is shut off, and silence spreads freely through the room along with the cold. This is the office, okay. I thought this was like the entrance to the office. No, this is just straight up the office. I'm gonna assume. Inside the Carlin Trade building. A moment later, the silence is broken by the sound of Gnosis retching. Oh shit. The second wave. Here comes the second wave. Degenbrecher, I need another pill. My head hurts. And a couple for me too. I might be a bit tipsy. Both men stretch out their hands towards Degenbrecher at the same time. Degenbrecher at the same time. That unflappable attitude that someone there knows the truth makes Degenbrecher tingle with irritation for some reason. I'm currently playing IS and got the Lappy Ultra with the Golden Glow combo is over. Yeah, that's a really good combo. Alright, if that's the case, then your run is pretty much done. Just be sure to not make any silly mistakes. I don't need you to tell you, but I've had one IS run where I got literally all the King Relics and I had pretty good people. It's just I chose the wrong stage, and then being a newbie, I lost that run. That unflappable attitude that someone knows the truth makes degenbrecher tingle with irritation for some reason. There's still many questions that cannot be answered. But at least here, right at this moment, there's no need to show off, no need for pretense. True. Speaking heart to heart, these three have a nice little group. I like it. You do need some of these friends in real life, not gonna lie. Like, in life. I mean, just in general. Degenbrecher heeds her own will and slaps to one of the two hands in turn. Oh? Stand up. Go home already, if you're drunk. Don't squat here. There's a lot of work to be done tomorrow. Now, go. Hey, that was a nice little story. I liked it. I liked it. Definitely liked it. Alright, since it's the middle of the stream, I think it'd be in line with me to now. What was the name? Kjerag, Welcome to the Future. The Kjerag commercial. We'll do a live reaction on stream right now. Okay, Arknights, Kjerag, A Ride to the Future. Gotcha. Alright guys, let me set things up then. Let's see. Open up this. Arknights, Kjerag. Ride to the Future. Alright, I think it's this commercial. It has so few views though. Alright, we're back. I'll just like the video, give a pre-like, because I know it's going to be awesome. And since this is a reaction, just for you all, I'm going to turn off the helicopter above my head. And suffer in the heat a bit. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. I think this...
In a faraway place among high mountains, a nation lies. Its name is Kjerag. In the past, people around there discovered that catastrophes would never bother the place, so they gathered and gathered.
Oh, this is really good.
It's not like someone would go and stop them. Then they built settlements between the peaks and crests, and those would merge into the township of Turicum. Today, some unprecedented changes are happening in and around this quaint old town. To which we have a few names, like Mr. Enciores, Mr. Genosis, Enya the Blessed, and the one and only Black Knight to thank for.
Our holy Kjerag. Is this stop Kjerag? Yes, it is pronounced Kjerag. But just something I want to point out real quick. Is this like animated stop motion, or is this like full-on stop motion? Because this feels animated stop motion. Like it's maybe I'm wrong, but this feels like it's not true stop motion. It's like they've animated it in a way that it feels like it's stop motion animation when it's not. Am I wrong here? Am I insane? I don't think so. It's just what I feel seeing the animation. If the smoke is not cotton, then it's not true stop motion. Okay. True. Fair enough. What the heck?
To show gratitude to the snowy mountains, it is a tradition in Kjerag that every household will erect small statues of the goddess Kjerag. Those, however, are no match for this grand new monument realized by the power of imported machinery. Aren't they magnificent?
Nowadays, the past. Oh, this is a proper commercial.
The had been refusing outsiders for centuries.
Wait, what did she say?
Magnificent.
How was the temple pronounced?
The great temple of Hofangelsal had been refusing outsiders for centuries. But just 1 year ago, a cable car station was built in the square adjacent to the Hof. A few coins, and guests are free to promenade from the majestic terraces all the way to the sublime peaks.
This is just a... immobilized.
Trinkets, produce, ready-made delicacies. The Kjerag Stadtbahn is always happy to serve their soup to nuts to the respected Kjerag pass holders. A luncheon with bird and beasts is also an experience to be had nowhere else.
How many bird and beasts? Yeah, this is a proper commercial. They're basically just doing the whole, what's it called? Hey, look at how much this place has improved. We're up at the time, guys. Come on in, explore this place.
Trinkets, produce, ready-made delicacies. The Kjerag Stadtbahn is always happy to serve their soup to nuts
pretty big.
to the respected Kjerag pass holders. A luncheon with bird and beasts is also an experience to be had nowhere else.
You can lunch with... Okay. Traditions and celebrations.
Mountain bird and beasts used to be a symbol of wealth. Now, instead of old draw gears, they are equipped with high-tech saddles to carry racers from all across the land. Through the mountain tracks that used to be less traveled, these beasts gallop toward the rally finish lines.
I love this commercial.
People of Kjerag, the future is not something to be worried about.
Very hopeful
All
as well.
around Lake Silverne Herze, it seems that a beautiful and welcoming nation is being built by these happy people.
Yeah, that's a full-on commercial.
But Kjerag, those rustics are still at the start.
Who was that at the end? Who was that at the end? But still, I love the whole feel like it's trying to emit... That was Harold, I believe. Huh. Interesting. Harold, probably. Interesting. But hey, I love the whole feel like they've gone with sort of a commercial... like an animated stop motion feeling commercial, but it's animated, of course, in digital software, right? And the whole enthusiasm, they're trying to show the outside world, hey, come to this place. See, we're also keeping up with the times. We're keeping up with the times from the outside world. You're free to come and join us. Many things to explore, and no catastrophes, a safe place. I think another selling point... Yeah, no, actually, using the selling point as like the infected are not discriminated against would actually not really work in their favor, considering some nations would just straight up not recognize that, right? So actually, smart move. They didn't raise the point. Hey, we also don't discriminate against the infected. But yeah, that was a really nice video. It's a shame it doesn't have any more views in the end. But hey, kind of just how things go, man. Over here. But yes, that was a fun little video. I'm glad I watched it. Wholesome. And let's get back to Arknights and actually hold a minute. Jesus. I only switched off the fan for like 5 minutes and I'm already a sweaty freaking mess. I'll be right back. Alright, hello. I'm back. I should probably switch on the fan now. For some reason, I thought I hadn't activated my screensaver, like, be right back screen. So I was kind of scared, like, I just exposed my privacy, right? But no. I did take care to do that. Right. Now let's jump right back into the game. Jesus. Actually, sorry guys, just give me 1 more minute.
Here's
Just
the
1 more
carnival
minute.
costume.
I'll be right back.
Put it on.
Man, I hate humidity. I can suffer through the summer. It doesn't bother me as much because I've gotten used to it. But humidity, man, I still don't like it. Still can't quite get used to it. And the worst combo, in my opinion, is like it's hot and it's humid. Yeah. I'd much rather prefer, like, winter over everything else. But anyways. Hate humidity? Bruh, you would not survive here where I live. Well, I don't really like humidity all that much, if I'm gonna be honest. And I've had some really humid experiences, like you're sweating constantly. Experiencing an electricity blackout in the peak of summer here, where temperatures at noon can reach 46 degrees Celsius. In tropical environment. Yeah, ours is a little different. I really dislike humidity though. I'd rather suffer through like a more hotter. I would rather suffer through more heat than be constantly sweating buckets anytime I'm doing something or just sitting in a place. I'll get used to it after a certain time, but still, I really strongly dislike humidity. Alright, this stage, sure, let's do this. Alright, let's see. So, what's gonna happen now? This is the plot line I'm more curious about. Let's see. How are they gonna meet? Arctos. What happened? What's with all the empty bottles on the floor? Odd. Was I even sleeping here? Frick, I forgot the accent I gave him. Well, okay, let me try it. What was his exaggerated accent I gave him? The accent is escaping me. It was... It was like a high-pitched, annoying accent, right? Like a British-inspired annoying accent. What happened? No. That's way too much energy. What happened? I'll need to hear my voice again, because I legitimately forgot. Sounds like a heavy weapons... I know that reference. Fun fact, I started like watching some of the commercials and some of the things in TF2 content. Yes, I started watching TF2 content, so now I understand references, man. I understand references. It's awesome. It sounds like a happy... He looks like a heavy weapons guy. Yes, I assume he's gonna have a heavy weapons guy accent, but the accent I gave him was so ridiculous it was funny. And now that I forgot that accent, it's gonna... Man, that's gonna haunt me. Okay, hold up. Now, in my quest to be authentic, give me 2 minutes, just exactly 2 minutes, to literally go back into one of the streams and see. Imagine TF2X Arknights. It sounds so outlandish, but I have to say, considering the crazy shit Lowlight does, I would not be surprised. I would just straight up not be surprised if he did something like that. But yes, it would be so freaking random. Oh my god, it would be so random. Okay. Okay. Right, it was this voice that I picked for him. Now I remember. Hi guys, I remember his voice. I remember his voice. And we only get 3 of the classes. Uber would be buff, that makes sense. Heavy, soldier, and medic. Right, okay. And now I remember the accent I gave him. What happened? What's with all the empty bottles on the floor? Odd. Why was I even sleeping here? Rosalind, you're a good kid. Arktos, you disgrace. Okay, straight up snoring. Dad? Huh? What do you wake me up for? Can't an old man nap in peace? Can't an old man nap in peace? No, hold on, Dad? When did you get home? Why didn't you let me know you were coming? What happened yesterday? How did we end up sleeping on the floor? Quit your yapping. Gives me a headache. Sir, Master, I'm so glad you're both finally awake. Golo! What happened here? The two of you got drunk and didn't want to stop drinking, and our efforts to convince you to return to your rooms to sleep were in vain. I could only feed 2 more batches of firewood to the furnace so it wouldn't get too cold in here. Sir, do you not remember what happened yesterday? Wait, let me think. Yesterday. I remember I was to prepare for the banquet to celebrate the completion of Kjeragander's statue. The saintess asked me to select the best drinks Kjerag has to offer, so I was tasting them one by one. And then, after that, I don't remember much. Of course you don't. You were so drunk you couldn't tell people apart and even tried to toast to a pillar while hugging it. At your age? What an embarrassment. Enough, Dad. Was I not doing it for the saintess? For Kjerag? Gulo's still here, so could you ease up on the scolding before I lose any more respect? I always taught you respect is something you earn on your own. So why ask me to leave any for you? Forget it. I'll bicker with you no longer. Gulo, where's Rosalind? She went up the mountain first thing in the morning, Master. What? She woke up early while the both of you were still sleeping, and she said to let you sleep a while longer. I thought the same, so I didn't wake you up. I guess it's fine for her to just leave like that. Perhaps this was Kjeragander's plan for Belaruches. They met, they didn't realize, so I guess this means it was just not meant to be, indeed. What are you riddling about now, Dad? I vaguely remember a young girl coming here yesterday, but I did drink too much. I can't remember what she looked like. You say her name was Rosalind? Artos, come here. I should not hide this from you. Same as you made your choice back then. What should be done next is ultimately up to you. So he tells him that her daughter's going up the mountain. By Kjeragander. 3 generations really drank the night away. 3 generations really drank the night away. Even dragged me in with the other gods too. It's been a long time since I drank so much. And I didn't get any business done at all. Yep, it's this guy. Since going roundabout didn't work, let's just go head on. Trebly Yasher. Judging from the direction, Rosalind probably went up the mountain. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Hey, here she is. Oh, this is one of those snowy mountains. It's even more spectacular up close. Kjerag's mountains sure are so impressive. I'm a little dizzy. Really went overboard on the drinks last night. Wonder if those guys are awake yet. Why didn't the doctor tell me how enthusiastic Kjerag people can be? I should give them something as thanks when I get down the mountain later. Huh? Jeez, it's freezing. The wind's pretty painful. If I remember right, you're supposed to climb up this mountain on your own to prove your faith to Kjeragander? It's really tall. It's really tall. But since I'm already here, I might as well try. Huh? Who's following her? What? What is... Wait, is that Blemenshine and someone else from the Maria family? Hey, that can't be a coincidence. What? Foreign tourist day. The purest air from up the mountains. Sounds pretty good to me. Do you take cards here? Kashi people. Huh. Is that like a... We're using these two sprites as stand-in? I don't know who they are, but... Welcome, Nagato Ishioka, to the stream. Hope you have a good time. And hope you're doing well, as well. Alright then, give me 2 boxes. Send them to... No, there. That's really them. 2 ops from Nerlevent. Oh, it's really it? Okay, oh, okay. I was like, wait, that's weird, because, what's it called? Arknights never really does that. Like, uses other established characters' sprites as stand-in. So that's why I was confused. What is Blemenshine and the other person from the Nerl family doing here? 2 ops from Nerlevent. Okay, gotcha. Oh, so they're in Kjerag as a tourist. Okay, gotcha. Send them to the Burden Peak Hotel, room 606. You got it. Oh, Sophia, you're buying even more stuff. When it's not their story, they sometimes give them vague names like the strangers they are. You know what? Understandable. Didn't you buy 4 boxes of mountain spring water yesterday? Oh, didn't you buy 4 boxes of mountain spring yesterday? How are we going to bring it all back to Foreign Tourist B? Because no one there knows them personally. Yeah, fair enough. Don't be so silly. Who says we have to bring them home ourselves? I'll send a box each to Mlynar and Margaret. I probably haven't even brought enough yet. Mlynar is here? What the heck is Mlynar doing here? And Margaret? Who's Margaret? Is she the mother of Maria Nerl? Or is Margaret Maria Nerl's real name? Nerl, okay. Bro, the whole Nerl family is out on a Maria's Blemenshine. Okay. Okay, Nerl is Margaret Nerl, okay. Maria is Blemenshine, okay. The one with the shield right now on screen. And the other one is... I'm not sure, but still. What is the Nerl family doing here? The Nerl bloodline, as one could say. Sophia, right. Yeah, she did say her name just now. I was too surprised by the fact that the whole Nerl family is just out on an outing in Kjerag in 1100, right? So this is far in the future, after Act 2, the Londinium thing. Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm just surprised to see them here, honestly, that's it. I just didn't expect them to see them here. No deeper reason. Kjerag's air and water are plenty impressive. The Black Knight came here a good long while ago, so she should be living pretty well now. Alright, enough of that. I hear you have to climb Kjerag's mountain yourself as a show of devotion. Come on, let's get climbing. They do mention as much in the travel brochure. Let's see who can reach the summit first, Sophia. Riley, why didn't you tell them we have a cable car that goes up the mountain? Right. That's what I love about Arknights characters have a life outside of main story conflict. Yes. That's also one of the things I really love about Arknights as well. Kjerag youth. Oh, the tourists have their own ideas. Who am I to tell them otherwise? Scavenged tourists. Comes as naturally as things, as breathing to these people. Things have background and their peak. Exactly, I agree, Nagato. Fair enough. Seems like tourists are the only ones who like to climb these days. They're right though. Come, let's go take the cable car. Really? Won't Kjeragander see it as a lack of faith? Nonsense! Kjeragander granted us this convenience because she loves her people. Insisting on climbing would show a lack of faith in Kjeragander. Huh? What do you mean, huh? We're all Kjeragander's children. As long as you respect her and keep her in your heart, she'll protect us all. I'm assuming she watched that entire thing play out. Yeah, Leto. Phew. You can actually ride a cable car up the mountain? Why are tourist spots the same everywhere? I'd better follow the locals. Even though I don't know what it means to have faith in Kjeragander at all. But Kjeragander must be protecting Kjerag, judging by how things are going. Hey, old man in front. Can you tell me where to get cable car tickets? Thanks for pointing the way. Sir, please, hold on. Who are you? What's with the getup? I'm a reporter from Victoria, you see. People praise the Kjeragander statue, but surely building it must have been a waste of resources. I'm collecting some... Get lost! My son who works on the statue sends me money every day and even calls me to tell me how good work is over there. You foreigners are just salty about how wonderful Kjerag is. Then why hasn't he returned? He said he signed some agreement, so he has to stay there. What was it again? Non-disclosure. Do you need an NDA to build a statue? I'm warning you, foreigner. Any more guff out of you and I'll give you a taste of my walking stick. Ain't no way he's criticizing the statue of the local goddess. Yeah, that's the one thing you should not be doing in Kjerag. Huh? Where'd they go? Ooh, carefree villager. Praise Kjeragander, brave birds and bees, brave people. Kjeragander guides us to protect our homeland. Huh? The snow here doesn't seem right. Phew! Careful. Who the heck? There's a trap down there. What are you doing here? You alright? Oh, Madam degenbrecher. Where did this hole come from? That Riley must have dug it out to catch game, Black Knight. Yee. Many, many thanks. I would have fallen down the hole if it weren't for you. You're welcome. Do you have business on the mountain today, madam? Anything we can help you with? I have plans with Riley, Leone, and the other guys to go up the mountain today, so just let us know if you need anything. I have a bit of work to do, but I'll be fine on my own. Are you and old Riley still drinking with the Victorians? Yeah, we've been competing to see who can get more, and it's a tie at the moment. None of us are giving up because it would be embarrassment for Master and Theodis and the Saintess if we lost to those Victorians. Also, they just suddenly came in here and set up camp. What do you think is going on? I have no proper education, but even I know a certain flood of people here, all hale and healthy even, can't possibly be a good thing. That's why Riley and I were thinking we'd keep an eye on them, or send Theodis with the drinking, at the very least. Hey, at least you thought that far, but I'd say you should have figured out their character by now. So don't worry, you'll definitely win. Now that just feels like an excuse for more drinking. Thinking about it now, only Sho, Yera, and Sammy are the Pheromotes that actually get worshipped. I can't imagine people worshipping Nyan Amir during last year's live stream. I see. I mean, of course you would associate Nyan with the Nyan bean, so, you know. It's just... It'd be funny, but I've actually not seen Nyan as a character in story. I'll probably see it when I play any one of the Yanni's events, but it's gonna be interesting. Because I only know of the meme, the beans, the marketable plushie looking like beans. I can see someone worshipping Kolyek. That's an ancient forge. People don't worship her. She pays her due for Yan, then does whatever she wants after. I see. I can see someone worshipping Kolyek. Yes, and I can also see degenerates worshipping her. It can go both ways. Because she's literally a legendary being, and also because she's hot. Because the snake is hot. I really like her EP, Dormant Craving. I listen to it every now and then. It's more like respect and shoes aspect, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, being one of the... Isn't she responsible for, like, Yanni's agricultural thing, and considering the extremely heavy implications of how China in the past went through two, like, straight up... What was it? Droughts? So, a lot of people had to die from starvation in Chinese history. That's why, fun fact, that's why anytime there are any protests in famine, right, famine, right, that's the word I was looking for. That's why if there are any protests, they're not taken seriously extremely seriously until a group of people just go on hunger strikes, because the cultural and historical context there is it's pretty dark. That's why the respect for Shu and Yan, that's complete. That is on point. Rice and all the agriculture. So his siblings basically prop up Yan as a superpower in terms of supplies. Seems like it. So don't worry, you'll definitely win. Fine, it would be great if you could drink till they puke. Just call me if you can't. Don't push yourselves. Did you decide to watch the Victorians on your own? We thought it up with the other villagers. All of us agreed to it. We have been living much better these days. And since we know how good things can be, we're not gonna let anyone ruin it for us. But madam, I should be honest with you. Just don't get angry with me. Sure, go on. I just wanted to say, these Victorians that we have been drinking with, we've come to know them pretty well over the past month. And brushing the other stuff aside, they aren't bad guys. They don't cause too much trouble, even when drunk. And sometimes they come over to help out with work. There's a guy with bones about as old as mine. He only goes a little mad when he's drunk, but he doesn't do much other than strip his clothes off to try and swim in the snow. I saw him back then. It was in bad shape. What the fuck? Oh my god. Wait, Chu is Shenlong. I don't know who that is. It's probably why they don't interfere in stuff that doesn't already involve them. Yeah, fair enough. Imagine thinking you can outcompete Yan in terms of food production, then you get hit with the "Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker." Of course. I don't know what he has suffered, but it hurts to even look at. It hurts to think about now. Oh, he's talking about his back. I might as well tell you this. A Victorian Viscount has come to join the celebrations for Kjeragandra's statue, and he's brought his personal army along. Most of them are veterans who have been fighting alongside him for a long time. Oh. There's no need to think too much, just to enjoy your drinks together. I don't get it. What's the difference between a personal and regular army? But they did look far from young, and a few of them seem to have stones growing on their bones. Yep, that's it. Those are the infected. That should be a stone disease I've seen in the news before. Oropathy. Most of the time, nothing happens when you come into contact with it, so you needn't be too worried. But you should still take some precautions. You can go to Rhodes Island's office in the city, or the newly built hospital for information on how to protect yourself. That we know, so don't you worry, madam. I just wanted to have a chat with you anyways. I wouldn't dare to disturb Sir Enciorus or Sir Gnosis. Oh? You're saying I look idle? That's not what I meant. I mean, them sirs are busy with their big projects all day long, so it'd be no good for us to disturb them. You help us out regularly, even though you're so busy too. You're on the same side as us. You're one of us. One of you. Wait, no, I mean, those sirs are our people too. I'm bad with words, but you know what I mean. Am I wasting your time, madam? It's fine. There's something I need to trouble you and the rest of the mountain for. I'm completing the medal list for this event, even if it takes all my subscription time. Alright, good luck. Sterisk. It's actually my RA base now that I think about it. Samuel trying to finish the medal set for my ults since I finished it on my main. Man, you guys are grinding. See, no infected discrimination. It's more so the fact that they don't experience catastrophes, and they just haven't experienced much of the hatred that would involve the context of the history of the infected. So, they're just treat infected as normal people. But still, that's an extremely positive sign. Just say the word. Help me find a pretentious Victorian. A what? Infected discrimination mostly stems from government propaganda. Well, it doesn't help the fact that when an infected dies, they literally dissolve and spread the infection even more. I'm sure it happens in only extremely rare cases, but to actually see those physical changes, and some can be unstable people using their arts, right? So that already puts a kind of a weird edge or fear over the common person. And yes, I do agree that the main reason is government propaganda there, but still, there's a difference between it just not happening at all and it all being made up, and there's a difference between 70% of it is made up and 30% of it is truth, and the effects of it are seen all over the world, right? For example, if a major accident happens or food shortages occur, it's the infected responsible for it. Now that's just governments using classic scapegoating tactics. But it's even more convincing when these infected are, born in catastrophes, contact neuropathy, they do spread. They basically had zero to little interaction with Originium and the outside till recent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have like a historical context for the infected and Originium. So, of course, normally they would treat them like normal people. Because there's a lot more to it than just government propaganda. But I won't deny that most of the people are extremely discriminatory against the infected because of the government propaganda. Mostly lying, but also amplifying the truths that are, if you contact neuropathy, you're just gonna die. Some of them can use arts, they can be dangerous people, and some can be unstable people. So it's an overgeneralization as well of the infected, and we know how bad that is in the real world. A blanket statement, but... And then comes the cycle of hatred. There are only 3 ways to get infected by others, all of which aren't easily spread. Fair enough then. Oh, what? He wears a top hat and a black coat with the collar covering his face. Some gemstones too. It's easy to spot such a conspicuous figure. What's with this fella doing with that sort of outfit in Kjerag? Who knows? Probably something stupid. Alright, leave it to us. These were made known in the Ryan Lab manga. Ah, see, now that's information that needs to reach out to the rest of the people, but now that we have set a historical precedence, because this is deeply rooted in culture and history for a lot of the world, and it doesn't help that these catastrophes, right, spread the Originium stones, as well as have people contact neuropathy, and you're basically on terminal cancer. So there's a difference between everything being made up and there's being a certain truth to all the propaganda, you could say. But yes, I do understand that viewpoint. But since we have already went through so much of the history of Arknights and that culture, a culture and history doesn't change overnight. It's gonna take a long time and a huge ton of effort to change that perception. I'll send over old Leonis's burden beast the moment we get any news. Alright, his exaggerated accent. Are you serious, Dad? No. Are you serious, Dad? The girl yesterday, she's Rosaline, my daughter. I doubt I'm wrong. The girl looks just like you. And Yana too. Tatiana too. My eyes are still good enough. I'm not wrong. Really? My daughter. I did say she was a good kid. Good stature and character even. Wonderful. Rosalind. She looks like me? Yes, like me. I remember now, she has the same hair color. Her eyes and mouth are Tatiana's. Especially her eyes. They're exactly the same. So pretty. Time flies. Little Rosalind has already grown so big in just a blink of an eye. Tests determine you are the father. That's probably a reference that I don't know of, but I've heard that sentence before in some memes or something. What happened? Okay, nothing happened, just the stream was lagging a bit. Wait, did she go up to the mountain? When is she coming back? Will she come back? Arctos, there's something else. We can talk about that later. I have to prepare some gifts for my daughter. I remember she loved baked sweet cheese and beef stew when she was little, so I'm off to buy some now. Tatiana, is she here too? Does she not want to see me? Then Alright, no matter, I'll head straight up the mountain and give them to Rosalind. And then I'll ask her about Tatiana. Arctos. What is it? I need to hurry. Stop right there. Just stay. You need to hear this. Arctos stops in his tracks from his father's yelling, and an ill omen stirs uncontrollably in his heart. Perhaps it's his hangover, but a sudden headache descends on him. His stomach seems to drop to the floor, and his back feels as if something cold is creeping up on him. Only now does Arctos realize his father's back, which he has not seen in a long time, is slightly stooped like a wilting tree, no longer tall and upright as he remembered. But the dry and aged voice of the devotee continues, undeterred by Arctos' panic. Rosalind told me she and her mother had been living in Ursa since they left. She was too young to remember anything of this place. She said she never knew who her father was, all the time she grew up. And this time, she's here not only to see our Yaragander statue, but also she's brought back her mother's remains. Ill omens always seem to bear out. The wind and snow roaring outside their home, the flames flickering inside the furnace, and even their indistinguishable breathing all seem to freeze for a moment. What remains? What do you mean? But Tatiana was so young. How could she? I don't believe it. How can that be? I heard it from the girl myself. What happened back then? It was Clan Paleroch that failed mother and daughter. I carry the shame in my heart, but not regret. What about you, Arctos? Fine. It doesn't matter what you want to say. There's no point telling me. Your father is no perfect man, not a saint, and certainly not the victim here. This old man is too old to hear you out, let alone offer any advice. I only wish to spend the rest of my days sweeping the dust at Yeragander's feet. You should think carefully. I feel bad for the guy, man. I don't know the circumstances around that, but he genuinely feels remorse for what happened whatever happened back then. Tatiana, Rosaline. I think I'll just add this characteristic. Like, normally he's speaking and like this in a ridiculous voice, but in sad scenes and in really serious circumstances, he tones his voice down a bit. That's gonna be my personal headcanon, so that's why he sounds normal right now when I'm trying to voice him. Sir, Master, Matriarch Ratatos is here. She says there's something urgent to discuss. The place reeks of booze. The ceremony's tomorrow, Arktos. Don't you drink too much and ruin it all. I'm in no mood to play with you today. Just tell me what happened. You're not the type to make social calls, Ratatos. You sure know me well. Fine, I'll get straight to the point, Arkatos. I came here to tip you off. I still recall that you married an unassigned woman, despite your family's objections, and even had a child with her. Something happened to the Silver Ashes, and soon after your wife left Kjerag with daughter and Tau, this affair was kept within the Tri-clans, but it was no secret to us. What? Oh, so so he married an unassigned woman, despite his family's objections, and even had a child. Something happened to the Silver Asses, and soon after, Tanyana left Kjerag with daughter in tow. It was only known between the three clans, but it was no secret to their clan, Ratatos' Browntails clan. I see your nose is as sharp as ever. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm here to tell you about your daughter, the girl named Rosaline. Hello, MLM. Should I pronounce your name as MLM? Something happened to the Silver Ashes. Understatement of the century. So I'm gonna assume that's gonna be right. The Wergon did say in chat, like, what's it called? There was a coup d'etat of the government here, so, something happened to the Silver Ashes. I don't even know where to begin, man. But hello, MLM, welcome to the stream. I'll just go with that pronunciation. Hope you are having a fine day, and I did read your comment. And other people have told me that the feats about the Black Knight are particularly impressive, and her being a 3-time in a row champion of the Kazimierz Major. For those who are enjoying the stream, please be sure to like and subscribe for more Arknights content, because I'm going to be streaming almost daily. I'm going to be trying to stream daily starting at 1:30 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. So convert that to your time zone, and I usually stream for like 3.5 hours. So be sure to check that out and keep that in mind. Anyways, let us continue. Yes, I know that was better than before. What happened to her? You better not be taking advantage of the situation. She has nothing to do with our clan business. I'm not here to settle any old scores, but her untimely return is really unfortunate. Do you know where she is right now? She's probably already in the sights of a Victorian spy. Oh, shit. Sorry, give me a minute, guys. Alright, we're back. We're back. Finally. But the cable car only goes up this far. And I have to climb the rest myself? Well, the summit isn't that far away. Oh, the summit isn't that far anyway. I could still see a few tourists earlier, but now there's no one else around. White everywhere. Jeez, it's a little scary. Huh? How unlucky. What was that? That? Ever since I came to Kjerag, not a single thing has gone smoothly. Who's that? Come out! Don't you even think you can scare me? Don't even think you can scare me. Is that a hole? Who could be so bored to dig a hole by the trail? No, this can't be just a hole. It's a trap! Sure enough, a trap indeed. Watch your step, madam. Also, if it's not too much of a bother, could I trouble you to pull me up? Yep, it's the Triply Asher guy. The guy with the funny hat. Oh, gameplay, guys. See, this is rare. God damn it, this is the only stage I'm doing in this event. Random guy in the hotel. Right, truly. Oh, none of these emergency heaters are operating. We need to use them? Eh? Are all of those mountain burn bees frozen solid? Lucky we prepared some flint in advance. We can strike it to get inactive emergency heaters working. But be careful when lighting it up. When we thaw the ice these mountain burden beasts are stuck in, they'll wake up and bother us. Wait, we only now reached the second tutorial? Yes, I have been yapping so catastrophically much that yes. Damn, newer stories are long. I feel like it's mostly the fault of my yapping, but sure, my guy. Not your fault. Oh. I'm actually gonna show.
I wonder who their target will be. No problem. No problem. Let's get this done quick.
Okay, now I can put it over here.
Rising. Probable hostiles in the snow.
I'm still at the first stage in all of my ults. Understandable, actually.
I see you.
Oh, daughter.
Newer stories, that's why I skipped the stories for now. Too many regrets I have for not finishing the event due to doing the stories and doing the stages at the same time. Fair enough.
Now we'll see them.
I can understand that.
Come out. Stop hiding.
Ooh. Well, this does not look like it's gonna go well.
Concentrate.
Come out.
Can you do it?
But hey, should be fine at the moment, please.
No problem. Now we'll see them.
Oh, shit.
Signal stable. Ready for action.
Almost missed some people.
There won't be any use.
Right.
ここですか? I'll follow your instructions. 指示をどうか? はい、段通り釘を打てば大事. I won't back down. 指
Nice.
示をどうぞ。気兼ねを引く.
Like, I love the story, but sometimes I just forgot that I haven't played the stage yet and get flashbanged at the stage loading screen. Yeah, there does need to be better balancing, like, in that sense, in pacing. Like, you can have more stages and more stories to have a better balance of pacing between, okay, this is the standard, we're not gonna overshoot it much. You'll just have separate story, like kind of like how they did in this event. They have separate story cutscenes, right? Where it's just reading the story. And then if it's really solo or important, then just have a better balance of the stories. That is definitely something I find more people will criticize because it's just so long. You can always read the stories in the archives long after they're done, so long as you finish them. You can never read the collab stories in the game now. That's also true. I finish the stage and read the stories later on. Fair enough. Like cutting it down to 5 to 10 minutes per the story node would be more digestible. I'd say like if it's like a 45 minutes, you can already split it into like a separate story cutscene. But I personally, like, being real here, personally, I do not mind. Why? I'm someone who kind of enjoys this type of storytelling, but being real on the other side, I see the other side of the argument. There does need to be better pacing for some of these stories. But hey, I'm all for it. It also means more OP, which is always welcome. True. Grab my hand. Alright. We met on the train back there, but I never imagined you'd save my life here. How fortunate for you to be here to lend me a hand. Who knows how long I'd be stuck in here otherwise. Thank you very, very much for your altruistic assistance, Madam Rosaline Tatianovna Larina. Well, wasn't much. Don't mention it. You definitely don't look like a local. So I'm guessing you're a tourist going up the mountain? Precisely. Bro lost all the aura he built in chapter 13 to 40. That's what I'm always seeing you guys mention that. This story is just like he's been relegated to the position of a sidekick. He just comes in, does the things plot demands, he does his little characteristics, get shafted by the other characters in the story, and continues trudging along. I do like him though, I do like him. And it's going to be even funnier, because sometimes some scenes will hit when you're reading it out loud yourself, and some scenes would not have, the same impact until and unless it's either you're reading in your mind, which I'm not able to do much, or just seeing it animated, right? So that's when the tonality truly comes out. When the feels really start hitting you. Either be it sad, funny, serious, depressing, or whatever else that Arknights wants to throw at you. This is also kind of why I'm so excited for Enfield. Just going back to my love to Enfield for a minute so we can actually yap even more. But, oh man, that is the entire reason I discovered Arknights, and I cannot wait for its release. I legitimately cannot wait for its release. Especially considering the fact that something good is gonna happen in a month that will drastically improve my content over the next few months. So yes, I may be able to play Enfield on stream whenever it releases. Anyways, continue. So, why didn't you follow the main road instead of falling into a pitfall out here in the forest? I need a compatible device. Fair enough, man. I understand the pain. What were you gonna do if I didn't happen to pass by? I was merely attracted by the scenic view and didn't expect to run into a trap like this in the snow. If you hadn't happened by, perhaps I would have stayed here for a while longer. I had to calm down first before figuring out a way to climb out myself. I'll just do some of the worst conveyors in Enfield just to make things complicated. The factory must grow. Fun fact, Enfield is probably gonna be one of my first efficiency and factory type games. Which is kinda insane to think about considering it's a gacha on top of all things. Plus the Arknights IP that I've come to love oh so much. But now I see how fortunate I am. Madam Larina, are you going to continue your journey up the mountain? Huh? Yeah, I am. We could travel together for a while if you wouldn't mind. I'd like to admire the view of Kjerag's mountains from the summit as well. Sure. I don't mind. Let's go. We still have a long way to the top. That was... Riley! I just checked our traps and saw Pitfall collapsed. Thought we caught something. But when I took over, there was nothing inside. Guessing it might have escaped. Did you see the man who passed by earlier? Doesn't he look like the guy Turiel's asked us to look out for? You mean the one degenbrecher asked us to find? All dressed in black, pretentious looking, wearing a hat and hiding his face? No doubt about it. Come, let's hurry back and tell degenbrecher. Oh, this, I feel like this is gonna lead to another misunderstanding. But since I can only play Arknights right now, the RA base must expand. I'll just do like how I do a mindustry with the most questionable setup and inefficient methods. It takes a different kind of genius to truly set up triggering methods in those kinds of games to purposefully do that. I assume it's a different kind of pleasure that us mere mortals cannot understand, Nagato. Hey, say, I still don't know your name. Aren't you guys pretty particular about, introducing yourselves when you first meet? An oversight on my part. You may call me... What? You may call me John Smith, or anything you prefer. I'm gonna assume that's just his persona identity, that's just his fake identity, but... What? John Smith of all people? John... The name John Smith. What do you think of it? Sounds Bro, not trying to hide. He's just. Yeah, it's an alias. I was literally thinking what Leto just said. Sounds right out of a spy movie. Bro, part of the continental. Oh my god. That legitimately bro is not trying to hide he's a spy. Sounds right out of a spy movie I watched with the doctor. Yeah, that was definitely the name of the spy guy. I remember he had a really pretty sidekick too, so John, you... never mind. Coming up to this make-out point all alone makes you... means you're definitely single. Yeah. Damn, Leto, you don't gotta roast him like that. Shots fired. I gotta say though, like honestly, hands down, the best part of this event has been just following Leto, her relationship with Harold, and then just every single scene she's in, especially with the fake Russian accent that I give her. All the comedic scenes she's in, I love them. They're so comedic for me. They just, for some reason, they just always hit for me. A fascinating coincidence. Right? Alright, let's get back on track. I figure we still have a while to go before the summit. I heard it gets colder the higher you go, and it gets harder to breathe, too. So, you tired yet? Need a break? Please, don't worry about me. Do you need to rest, Madam Larina? Nah, I'm good. You've got some real stamina, huh, Mr. Spy? Oh, that's true, Silent. That's true, Silent. You think John Smith, James Bond, and Jason Bourne know each other? Let him going on a fun adventure. Meanwhile, Asher out here fighting for his motherfucking life. If they didn't know each other, they wouldn't be good spies. Good, true. But still. Oh, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Degenbrecher. Seems like you really deceived him. I fabricated no lies, Degenbrecher. There's no slipping your average falsehoods by a Tribly Asher collecting information for his duke. But I'm fully aware that these types usually know suspicion best. The heir to the Pelarouche clan has secretly returned to the country is a reality he first discovered by himself, so he'll believe it. And will definitely be watching Rosaline Tatyanovna. He'll definitely be watching Rosalind Tatyanovna Larina. Your guesses are always right. The girl's already on the mountain, and Radatos has contacted Arknights. I hear tell the Tribly Asher is also on his way up. Silver Ash with his shenanigans. He's hiding from me. No matter. Just make sure he remains focused on the girl. It's time for you to move as well. Fine, I'll treat it as after-meal exercise. However, are you sure the doctor wouldn't mind letting the Tribly Asher close to the girl? He's a spy, not an assassin. What he's after is information, not a life. I'm not gonna lie, I'd hide from her too. I see. Thanks for sharing. Is that how you plan to explain it to the doctor? To the doctor, I shall offer my apologies. You certainly owe them. How I act is unimportant. Rather, I'm more curious. Degenbrecher, you remember the doctor? Sharp's a good opponent, stronger than most of those clumsy knights. There's no harm in noting down someone who has the respect of a warrior like that, and can also make you suffer. You're curious about the doctor? You could put it that way. Alright, the idle chatter stops here. I'm going to work. Sharp is our lead operator, by the way. Yeah, I remember. He's the 5-star shooter guy that you get in IS. Sometimes. Hurrah! Was that a nurse's scream? You're finally here! Whew. We must have climbed a few hours. I'm beat. No wonder everyone quits halfway. That was exhausting. Though, the view up here is really pretty. Isn't that like Silverly Hearts over there? The Kjerag statue looks smaller than my thumb from up here. Lake Silverly freezes over in the winter and resembles a pure and clear gemstone when viewed from this peak. He's a dreadnought, but he carries a shield. Oh shit, I always forget. Sharp is a different... I think I'm referring to like the other person. Sharp has a similar appearance to Ace. Right. Another run or hide from Degen. I'll need all my stamina for when she finds me. Okay. I see what you're hinting at, Silent. Let's move on with the story then. Yeah, I do remember that. Stomai, yeah. Right, exactly. Thank you, someone else. Yes, it was Stomai that I was confusing Sharp with, because Sharp's the one with the shield that you place down on melee tiles. Silent will complete his mission or die trying. Right, you be you, Silent. I'm guessing you haven't done Break the Ice? No. I will be doing Break the Ice after I finish this event. It's gonna be interesting. As such, the locals here believe that the lake is a precious stone bestowed by Kjerag. Truly a view you can only see from such a height. It does look like a gem. Oh, you can even see the station over there. Huh. There is actually plenty of railroads in Kjerag, but the trains all look like toys from here. I wouldn't call this plenty for a country that's still developing. It might seem like a lot, but that's because Lake Silverly and the Kjerag statue are here. There might be more roads around Carlin currently, but the operating lines will all pass through and transfer here. They will, won't they? Hey, John, you still with us? I need a favor. Can you help me see if there are 2 trees growing into each other around here? What? They should be old, with the intertwining branches, and they look pretty strange too. It would be my pleasure. Appreciate it. You know, John, aren't you curious why I'm looking for those trees? Or what I'm doing up here on the mountain? I mulled it over and decided to handle things the old-fashioned way. What? Go. Okay then. Fess up and don't move. What is the meaning of this, Madam Larina? You're not supposed to say that line yet. I haven't even done anything to you. Spit it out though. You've been following me for ages. Just following. What are you after? What are you after here? I don't understand. Quit playing dumb! I don't remember telling you my name. This is a misunderstanding. You know the Viscount Harold Craigavon and I have history together. It was he who told me your name. Oh? You think I'm stupid? I never told him my full name either. Well, you got caught, Mr. Spy. You managed to climb up the summit without taking a single break. There's no way you would have fallen into a simple hunter's trap. Uh-oh. Even if you did, you could have just climbed out. And the girls always tell me to think before I act, but I have to say, sometimes there's no use in thinking too much either. You're much more careful than I expected, Madam Lorena. So, you admit it? John Smith is probably a fake name too, right? Maybe you really are a spy? What if I said yes? Then you'd be pretty bad at your job. Hey, see? Because even I can tell something was up. I love the fact that he's caught. He just admits it so nonchalantly. Shots fired again. Your accusation is absolutely correct. It's not even he admits it. He admits it in grace. Your accusation is absolutely correct. There was just something about how he worded it. It was funny. It is true. I've been careless. Life in Kjerag has made me so. I've considerable freedom here, and there aren't many who pose a threat to me. Ha! Look at you talk. I'm warning you. You better behave, and don't move an inch. You're standing on the edge of a cliff, and there's nothing but snow under your feet. I just have to stomp my feet to send you falling, and I can't promise I'll catch you if that happens. Alright, Madam Lorena, I'll come clean. Yesterday. And there goes his chance to confess. Oh boy, he's the punching bag of this side story, isn't he? He's the side character that just gets into unfortunate circumstances. Bro cannot catch a break. Victorian scum! Jesus. Arctos is here. You stay away from her. Whoa. Where did you come from? Wait. What's your footfalls? The snow. Ah! Rosalind. Grab my... Bye, Triply Asher. It was good seeing you, man. I'll experience your full aura, as these people in chat have been saying that you'll appear in chapter 13 to 14. I'll see the badass side of you then, but it was nice seeing you being relegated to a punching bag of a side character. See you in chapter 13 to 14. It's somewhat funny, but Arctos is clearly charging towards me. Could Rosaline really have come here for something? As a Triply Asher, he's actually quite strong. He's just slacking around. I know, it's just really funny. It's just really funny. No matter, he's coming, and I can only jump. Yo, isn't this like really high up? Didn't they say like the lake looked barely, the statue looked barely longer than her thumb, Rosalind? Very strong, but not elite of a nation. Strong? Okay. Gotcha. So he'd be like just below elite people. I love the deadpanness in his voice. No matter. He's coming, and I can only jump. Oh shit. The Black Knight. All rested up? Not yet. That's not good. You'd be less fun to fight. Going straight into it? problem with that? I'll get straight to my point too then. He convinced the Viscount that everything on the train was a misunderstanding. I was only half convinced at the time. But now I know that even the stately Black Knight tells lies. That only proves that you don't know me at all. There's still time to turn around and go down the mountain for a nice lunch. I like the analogy. Bro is a level 15 rogue in D&D, but he'd be rolling nat once every time in this event. Oh god. I'm sorry, but I tend to throw myself fully into my work. And there goes. These two are just gonna fight.
My blade hasn't even been stained red yet.
Damn, I only managed to... Okay. I only managed to reach RS5. I mean, at this rate, it's gonna take me like, what? 2 more streams to fully do this? That's kind of... Let's see. Well, anyways, onboarding services. Well, yes, it was onboarding services, right? Let me just get all the maps. Already done. Yep. Because my time has come at the moment. I'll just collect all this first. Nice. Done. Then the furniture. So that whenever it reruns in the future, I can still do all that. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had a fun time. If you did like the stream, be sure to like it. If you disliked it, be sure to dislike it. And if any of the world watchers, you want to share some thoughts with me, or you want to see how things, pass me some information, be sure to comment that down below, and I'll see you in the next stream, guys. Bye bye. I had a fun time. See you tomorrow, precisely at 1:30 AM IST. Johnny. Bye.